Hi everyone, Chef Lisa here with Revive Wellness and my Viva Plan. Well, it's officially fall outside, so that means we can now make pumpkin pancakes. Although I won't judge you if you want to make these at any other time of the year because they are super delicious and super easy. So with that being said, let's jump right on in. You probably know the drill already with these types of things. The first step is we're going to mix our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients separately. So we're going to start with our dry ingredients. I'm making a half recipe here today. It's just me. Although I could probably eat 18 pancakes by myself, I'm going to dial it back and do a half recipe today. So we have a mixture of all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour here. So half a cup of each, that's going to go in. And then we have our delicious pumpkin pie spices here. So we have cinnamon, we have cloves, ginger, allspice, and nutmeg. So those are all going to go in. That's going to give it a really nice flavor. Now you can use your pumpkin pie spice from the store as well here if you want to. That's a nice shortcut, but I do really like just measuring out all these spices myself. I find it just really tastes really great and really fresh. We also have some salt here that's going to round out the flavor a little bit, and our leavening ingredients. So we have our baking powder and baking soda. Very important ingredients as well if we want our pancakes to end up nice and fluffy. Now we just want to give this a good mix with a whisk. You want those spices to be dispersed evenly in the flour as well as your leavening ingredients. You don't want any little patches of your leavening ingredients to end up in one pancake. That does not taste very good. So give it a really good whisk. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to set that aside now, and we're going to kind of do the same thing with our liquid ingredients now. So our star ingredient here is our pumpkin. You want to use canned pure pumpkin from the grocery store, so not your pumpkin pie filling, because that has added sugar and that's going to change the flavor of your pancakes. Just the plain pumpkin that you can buy in the store, canned. Okay, so that goes in there. This is going to add some really nice moisture to the recipe, of course some flavor, and it kind of gives it a fun color as well. Okay, 1 large egg goes in as well. I'm going to use some evaporated milk today. You can also just use regular milk. You can also use any other kind of milk that you want. So soy milk, almond milk, oat milk, any of the above. Some vegetable oil. I'm using canola oil today. You can use just about any kind. You could probably use sunflower oil, avocado oil, even olive oil. Coconut oil might be good too. So use whatever you have. And then our sweeteners we have a mixture of honey and molasses here. And a little tip for getting that out of your measuring cup. I usually try to remember to spray my measuring cup with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. But today what I did is, knowing that I had to add oil to my recipe, I measured my oil in here first, so that kind of helped to grease the measuring cup a little bit, so should help it to slide out a little nicer. I do like to scrape it out with a spatula though, so I can get every last bit out. So yeah, that actually worked pretty well. And then just a little bit of vanilla. I don't know about you, but I almost never measure my vanilla. I just eyeball it. And then we're going to whisk this together as well. Same idea. Maybe a little bit less vigorously as the dry so it doesn't splash everywhere. Definitely done that before. Such a nice color. So again, just getting that all combined well. Okay, so that looks good. Now that that's mixed, you guessed it, we're going to add this to our dry ingredients. So I like to make a little well in the center here. And then you can just pour it right in. And I'm going to whisk this together with my little whisk here. Now a little note on mixing pancake batter. You just want to mix it until it's just combined. You don't want to over mix it here. I know it's tempting to keep mixing it and get a perfectly lump-free batter that's super smooth, but that actually is detrimental. With pancakes, you want a little bit of lumpiness in there, believe it or not. If you whisk it way too smooth, what happens is your batter gets quite dense and heavy, and then the same thing ends up happening when you cook your pancakes. So your pancakes are not going to be nice and light and fluffy. They're going to be heavier and dense. So leave a little bit of lumps in there, and you're going to end up with a little bit of a lighter pancake. Okay, so that looks good to me. Now all that's left to do is to cook our pancakes, and now there's one of two ways you can do this. You can do this on a pancake griddle, which is nice because you can cook quite a few pancakes all at once that way. Or you can just do it on the stove in a nonstick frying pan. So choose the largest pan that you have, cook them over medium-low heat, adjusting your heat as necessary so that they're not burning too quickly or anything like that. But you just want to cook them until they are golden brown on both sides. So that should take about 2 minutes per side. All right, these pancakes are done cooking, and I've got to say, they just look and smell amazing. It just smells like pumpkin pie is baking in my home right now. So I'm going to dig right into this. I really hope you have a chance to make these at home, and please enjoy them as much as I'm going to. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.